Alright, so I want to talk about World War III going on. Here's a post saying, if China needs to, we'll nuke the U.S., right? And if the U.S. needs to, yada, yada, yada. Alright, it is much better for people in the world to work together. When we work together, we're going to build faster towards, whatever goal we're going for, hopefully not destroying all of ourselves, right? So a lot of people have seen this video. It is 50 dreams and prophecies about World War III, and they're saying it's the end times. I don't think we're near the end times. I think we still got about maybe 400 years, something like that. Okay. So, anyways, these are going to be 50 prophets, and they're all going to be saying the U.S. is suddenly attacked by Russia and China, but there's some things that you should really, really seriously consider when taking this video into account, right? And so, first off, in Revelations 1, when John's vision of the Christ, when he's talking about seeing Christ, this is extremely accurate about what Christ looks like. It won't be able to convey the presence of God. Imagine standing in the presence of something you know that could incinerate you instantly if it thought about it. Something like that. It's very, very terrifying, but God is good, and you should know that. John talks about this in 1 John, and this will give you some understanding why, when in the Bible, Jesus approaches the apostles, and when he calls the apostles, instantly they come. They say, yep, we're coming. They feel the presence of God. They know that God is calling them. So understanding that's important when you're sort of interpreting the Bible and saying, why doesn't the Apostle Matthew or etc. just say, no, what are you talking about? I'm working. I can't come. So anyways, little rant, but moving on, understanding that many of these prophets are going to be false prophets, right? This guy hears some other guy say it, and then he thinks about it. And so Jesus goes over this in Revelations 2, how false prophets will be prophesying. Maybe they're prophesying out of their own imaginations. Maybe there's, who knows, right, what's going on. But Jesus talks about how many of these churches are fully corrupt, okay? And synagogues, you call them, they're places of worship, right? Every church is going to interpret the Bible differently, right? Some people will interpret the Bible wickedly and use it to do wicked things. Other people will interpret the Bible very well and use it to do very good things. And so understanding that how people decide to use their faith or etc. Is going to be important, but understanding also that, so in these videos, right, it says, oh, the U.S. is attacked and everything's destroyed, but the U.S. is destroyed, we're caught off guard, we don't fire back. This is nonsense, right? U.S. has nuclear missiles everywhere. Okay, so understanding that if an event like this took place, it would be likely catastrophic. The chances that one nation wouldn't get a chance to return fire, it's about zero. Okay, so when you go into war, it is important to understand that the results and the aftermath of the war, either side winning, it is not, mankind is not capable of calculating 100 years, not even 10, not even 5 years in the future. Okay, so understanding it is a lot better if people sit down at a table together and work out means of working together to build each other's nations up, which to me it seems like it would be so easy. And I'm not sure if it's all pomp and circumstance that prevents nations working together in a way that it looks very, very simple and easy to me. I don't quite get it. Maybe when you're on the inside, there's things I don't understand. But um, factoring this into account, right? Ideally, the four great powers in the world, the EU, USA, China, and Russia, will work together to build um, and help each other's economies rather than constantly battling. There are a lot of uh, areas in the world that could use help. And so understanding this is going to be very, very important because about, let's say about 90, 99% of these prophets are going to be false prophets. Maybe not false prophets. A false prophet implies something more sinister, like they're intentionally trying to use prophecy to make money or whatever, but they are misled in some way or another. Their prophecies, they'll speak them. Dan Greery, he just gave a prophecy. Maybe he was just thinking it would be funny, something like that, but he gives a false prophecy and it doesn't come true. In the Bible, you see men giving fake prophecy. Well, I said this, now I'm going to go make it come true. I said I'm going to eat a steak for dinner, so I went to the store and I bought a steak. Okay, this happens all the time. It's very, very common. Mankind, a lot of men, they don't believe in God. So looking for prophecies that are 100% not fakeable is going to be extremely important when you are discerning who you might listen to and who you should not listen to. People in these synagogues that Jesus is referencing biblically, they suffer from the crux of, the bills, right? A church has to pay the bills, or a synagogue has to pay the bills. And so, if the synagogue's teaching, or place of worship, whatever you want to call it, is not good enough, well, then that theology goes extinct. People stop preaching it, and the preachings, the teachings, what you want to hear, what your priest is telling you, what your pastor is telling you, becomes what is preached, taught in many places, right? Jesus suggests in these churches around 70-80% are corrupt. I will tell you it's higher than that, but it's not really malicious intent all the time, right? Sometimes people don't know, they haven't sought, they didn't spend the time to learn ancient Greek and Hebrew, and so they're reading the Bible that has been translated, the ancient scriptures that has been translated from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different languages, right? Going into English, something like that. And a lot of the content, a lot of the wisdom gets lost. And so keeping an eye out for situations that sound better than true, or thinking that God is not love, God is not collaboration, working together. You get things done a lot faster, and you make a whole lot more money when you work together with people, okay? Elon Musk, all the top billionaires, they didn't make it just one man. They didn't make it just not even 50 men, right? They made it as thousands of men, millions of men working together to establish a goal. And so understanding this is going to be extremely important for people who may be making decisions with large consequences in the present era.